What's up guys, Jay Walia here and this is Pura Vida. Today we're gonna take a look from one of my absolute favorite producers of cigars in this whole wide world. This is the AJ Fernandez San Lotano Habano in Robusto. It's quite a mouthful. No, don't go there, don't go there. Coming in at a length of 5.5 inches long by a 54 ring gauge. Sporting, well, as its name suggests, an oval shape. Quite a unique shape, I must say. Now the tobacco on this, the wrapper is an Ecuadorian Habano 2000. The binder is a Nicaraguan and Honduran binder, the filler as well, but with an added little secret. So it features an AJ Fernandez proprietary blend. Nobody apart from the folks that roll the cigar and blend the cigar know what the exact tobacco that's gone into the proprietary blend. I suspect it's something similar as the Belas Artes as well. It is such a beautiful cigar. I mean, look at that, the detail on the bands, wow. But even the color of the wrapper, you know, few visible veins, but tight seams, beautifully packed foot. The construction on the cap is a dream, I must say. But the wrapper's got this reddish, almost rosado-like color and a reddish hue to it, and it's shiny, it's oily. It's got this nice sort of like smooth paper bag feel to the touch. San Lotano is actually a tribute to, if I'm not mistaken, his father or his grandfather, who actually was from Cuba initially. They ran something called the San Lotano brand or San Lotano cigars. So later on, when AJ Fernandez got his head start in the cigar world itself, you know, it was established in Esteli, Nicaragua. Of course, this is after the revolution and whatnot. And he began to produce cigars, but not under his name. He actually began to produce cigars for others, some of which including the likes of Rocky Patel as well. But he truly stamped out a name for himself when he produced the Man O' War as well as Diesel and the San Lotano brand, which is this one itself. Now AJ Fernandez cigars regularly find themselves every year on a lot of people's top 25 list, you know, from the Enclave to the New World, even the San Lotano, they usually rate, you know, above 90. Plumes and plumes of thick, really lush, thick smoke, you know. It just coats the palate. It is a very oily smoke, as you know, indicated from the sheen on the wrapper itself. The flavor profile, wow, you know, you're getting very nice bready sort of like yeasty notes. It's almost like brioche bread. There's almost like a buttered element to it. It's very rounded. There is a lot, quite a pronounced pepper, black pepper on the first third itself. It's not too overpowering because, you know, as the cigar progresses, that sort of buttery brioche-like element sort of rounds it off a little better. There is very slight sweetness, but there's also a slight brininess, almost a salty note as well. Earthy, very earthy. You get a very sort of like old leather type of flavor profile on the palate, and I actually do believe that stems from the tobacco being aged. If you look closely onto the band, it actually says that, you know, it's aged tobacco, so you can actually taste the difference. Now the pepper is still there, it's still quite pronounced, so you must really enjoy pepper to enjoy this cigar, at least from this example that I'm smoking right now. These sort of buttery brioche-like flavors, they have faded away and they've given away to something a bit more nutty on the palate actually, a bit more hazelnut on the palate, a bit more almond on the palate. You're also getting a very muted spice. Now when I say spice, I'm not talking about the pepper, I'm talking about more akin to like something like cinnamon, sandalwood, clove, the likes of that. It all balances really well. The flavor profile is still quite creamy, I would say, on the palate. It still has a nice slick to it. It's more akin to a cafe latte actually. You're getting very faint coffee notes just on the finish. It's still very earthy, it's very rich. The earthiness is a very damp earth. You also, that musty flavor, that musty leather note that was in the first third itself is disappearing slowly. Still more or less the same. There's quite a strong spice, quite a strong black pepper on the palate as well. That's not changed from the beginning to the end. But you're getting a slight herbaceous note, a bit more coriander seed on the palate. Also a juniper-like sort of bitterness. It's not really a tobacco bitterness, it's not really the nicotine, it's more juniper-like. It's almost like drinking straight up gin. Still on the alcoholic note though, this is not an infused cigar at all, but I'm getting sort of a flavor profile that's similar to aged tequila. So the sweetness that's coming to the palate, it's more akin towards that cognac or the aged tequila sort of sweetness. There's a little bite to it as well. I think that's because of the black pepper on the palate. The creaminess has died down, the buttery sort of undertones have also died down. So you're getting straight up herbaceous notes as well as the spice from the black pepper and the coriander seed sort of flavor. So if you enjoy this sort of flavors, it can be a very exciting cigar. It's a very complex one, not one for beginners for sure. The entire San Lotano line is actually quite impressive. They've got a Maduro as well, the Requiem. That's actually pretty tasty, but I would highly recommend this. See you guys at the next installment of Pura Vida. Till next time, stay safe and stay smoky. Bye bye.